Hey everybody, this is me on a side trip to Kansas City, my hometown. I'm walking around down in Westport and seeing my daughter, my granddaughter, son-in-law, my mom. It's kind of cool to be back here. It's been a while. All the stuff that's going on in Kansas and Missouri, the political situation, I have kind of stayed away for the last few years. But anyway, I'm back for a visit and learning how much I miss it. It's a really nice little town. Hi, Sloan. Uh-oh. There's that shy little girl.
She's tired.
Oh, there's Ashley. Ashley. Oh, that's really close. It zoomed in. And there's Sloanie.
She's been grumpy.
Grumpy Sloanie. Hi. So this is the Country Club Plaza, not the plaza, but the plaza. Kansas City is the sister city of Sevilla, Spain, and so the plaza was designed to look like an old Spanish town. And this is one of our many fountains, maybe our most famous fountain. Kansas City, of course, is the city of fountains. More fountains than Rome and more boulevards than Paris, so they say. They really do say that.
Boulevards?
Boulevards.
Near the fountains.
Yep.
But they've got suds in it.
Yeah, they have suds in the... I guess this is for bathing. Which is kind of nice. Ah, the Country Club Plaza, where dreams die. This is Kansas City's Union Station. It was built in 1112. It's been in continuous operation ever since. Hello, intrepid video watchers. I'm back here at Ladybug again. She's right there. Her hulking mass looms ever over me and my wallet. Back here today and trying to get the rest of the stuff off this mast. I got the masthead off, all the tangs, all the wiring that used to go through there. Got a mouse as a lead for the new wires, and it's all ready to be polished up, and I'll send it off to Mike the rigger. Yeah, that's where my deck light used to be. Shrouds. Did a pretty good job, except that I have not been able to break free these screws here. Stainless steel screws and aluminum mast, and there's been lots of galvanic corrosion over the years, and they're seized. So I'm going to have to go talk to the guys in the marina and see if they can, if they have a bolt extractor or something like that. And so I got everything except for these two little cleats and my boom track, which, you know, I feel pretty good about, except that it's taken me a freaking month to do. I still have to clean up all that pitting. What a pitting. Dad jokes. ladies. Who's there? It's Jen. Hi, Jen.
Hola.
Oh my gosh, she's trilingual. She also speaks in tongues. What you doing there, Jen?
I am scraping the wood. It's really hard.
Wood is hard.
It's very hard.
Yep. That's why they use it. Wow, that didn't really get very far down, did it?
No, I did not.
All right. Well, keep slaving away.
Hey, hey. That's what I do.
Yep. As for me, I still have to get out these stupid bolts, these screws. The guy at the marina yesterday told me to drill off the top, the head of the screw, head of all the screws, and this track will just like pop off. But that's as far as I got, and I was like, this is stupid, so I'm not going to do that. So I bought a screw extractor kit, this thing here, and I'm going to try to use it. Alright, so somewhat middling success. I borrowed a bunch of cobalt-tipped drill bits from Joe at the marina, and these are actually doing the job. Basically, I drilled off the top of the head of this screw and then used a screwdriver, this one here, to pry it up, and then I'll take a pair of vice grips and hopefully twist that remaining little nubbin out of there. And I only have to do this now for the next 6 screws. It's almost bend it, break it in two. Yay! Yeah, baby. Yes, 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 yes. Cool. That's it. That did the trick. Alright, looks like I did it finally. So I got these little studs poking up here. Take a vice grip to those. Rotate this thing around and maybe the screw will just come out. Ah, this is the biggest day of my life, I think. Sorry, Ashley. Haha! Alright, let's see how this works. So I got a pair of vice grips here, got a screw here, and it's not going anywhere. No. Oh, it's turning. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, there is the hole. There's the rest of that bolt. This is working. Okay, there's my stupid winch backing plate. I had to carve a big thing out here so that this backing plate would fit, but it finally did, and now I'm happy. There's Jen. Hi, Jen.
Hi.
Jen helped me a lot. No?
Maybe.
A lot.
A little bit.
A lot.
I am dirty.
You sure are. Fun fact. This is the third one of these backing plates that I have purchased from the metal shop because they were all the wrong size, and the holes were in the wrong size, and I didn't know what I was doing, but now it's in there, and now I'm happy, right?
Yes.
How happy am I?
That.
That's pretty happy.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have to do the other side. these have to fit into little grooves, and so when you put it on, you have to hold them back, lower it down, and then they lock in. And then this little spring right here pops off. Be very careful you don't bend it. That goes on top. This thing's wraps around. There you go. That's a winch. Next.
Woohoo!
Hello, little people everywhere. I don't know where that came from. I am here again today. Today is June 23rd, Friday, and my work is pretty cool because they let us do 4 days on, 5 days on. Yeah, so I'm down here at the boat on a Friday, which is pretty nice, and just sort of taking another look at some of the things that I still need to do. They are not many. I think I've decided not to paint the boat, the hull of the boat. I do need to do the undersides, put new barrier coat on and all that stuff, but I'm not going to do the hull. I was thinking about painting it white, and decided that it's just not necessary to do it right now, which kind of frees up a lot of the time I was going to be spending doing that. And if I decide I like boat life, then I think that I'll choose to repaint it then. But right now, it's not affecting performance at all. It's just more aesthetics. And arguably, a lot of the things that I've been doing have been to fix actual flaws. So the whole painting of the deck fixed a lot of holes that were in the deck. The windows were leaking like crazy, so I had to fix those. I'm taking everything off the mast and going to replace all that stuff with modern equipment. That needs to be done. So I think I'm whittling my list down to things that just need to be done so that I can splash. And one of the things that needs to be done is this bulkhead right here. So this bulkhead is inside the port lazarette. The other side of this is the quarter berth, and this thing is just completely rotted away and need to replace the plywood here. So this shouldn't be a terribly difficult job, knowing what I know now. So I'm just going to try to figure out, what size plywood I need. I need to clean all this stuff up, and then tab in a new piece of plywood. And it doesn't even look like this was marine grade plywood. This stuff looks like shit. Actually, it looks like paneling. So whatever that was not really meant to stand the test of time, and so I'll replace that. And I think that may stop some of the flexing problems too, because I think the boat, the reason some of these cracks have appeared in the sides up here and over here is because the boat sort of flexed in the water because this bulkhead wasn't holding it solid. That's just a theory. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but it sort of seems plausible. Oh, I hate being down there. All right. All right. So I see where it's tabbed in right here. Fiberglass ends right at this juncture here. So I think I'm gonna need to take a cutting grinder and just like cut right through here. Yeah, see, that's totally loose up there. What I would like to do is make this whole piece capable of being removed so that I can get in and work on the engine more easily. I've got this big panel right here, but it's not actually that big. It would be nice if I could just like get into that entire space. That would be good. Alright, so the stern pulpit and the bow pulpit are reinstalled, and I replaced all of the backing plates from these fiberglass ones, which are warped and not that strong. Several of them were broken when I took them out. Replaced them with 1/4-inch stainless steel, which should be a lot stronger. And I did the same for all the stanchions, so put the stanchions back in, and I put stainless steel backing plates under those as well. Hey everybody, back here again. It's a hot day in upstate New York, and today I'm going to talk with the rigger that I hired to help me ascertain what needs to go on this mast. I think I've talked a couple times about how I'm trying to modernize it, how I'm going to modernize it, and I honestly don't know much about things that go on masts. I know a little bit, but I don't know which things are tried and true or necessary. So hopefully you can help with that. And I got almost everything off the mast except for these little cleats right there. So that's sort of where I'm at right now, and if they can't come off, it's not much of a big deal, so I'm not really that worried about it. Man, freaking crows.
Jib halyard?
That is the main halyard. That's the jib halyard.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not. Oh, yes, you are right.
Because it would have to go onto the reel.
Yep, you are right. This one that was the one that we...
Yep. This configuration here
Yep.
is almost like it got wrapped around the head stay and then held that way for a while. And though it permanently, yeah, see how close it is?
Yep.
46 feet?
46? That sounds about right, yep.
Starboard side.
Yep.
Right, yep. So the main would be coming out of an exit box here.
Yep.
You'd want to have a deck block here, a stand-up one, that would lead it probably to a directional, well, what they call a lead, deck lead.
Yep.
Here, and then back to your cockpit combing area.
Okay. And I would use that winch as my main winch.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
You could do that, or instead of them, replacing the winch on the mast,
Yep.
just mount your new winch that you're going to replace that wire winch with right here.
Here?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Have it right here.
I do have one over here already for
Okay. But you can use that for your jib.
for something else, okay?
And then use this for your main.
Okay.
Then you've got both things led back to the cockpit.
Okay.
And as a backup, I would look into something like a rope clutch.
Yeah.
Rope clutch.
Those are the aluminum things that like slam down on the like little levers.
Yeah, they have a lever on
Yeah.
them, and you pull it up to release it.
Right.
You pull it up all the way to release it completely.
Yep.
You pull it up halfway, and it'll just take the pressure off of there, but it'll keep it from going all the way.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then you can, and that is actually a good way to do it. Like for your jib, you hoist your jib all the way up.
Yep.
And then you put it in the halyard clutch, and then you take it off the winch and you leave it coiled up there all the time.
Yep.
Because you've got the pressure on it,
Yep.
and it's going to get wound around the head stay.
Yeah.
So that winch gets freed up
Okay.
for other things,
Okay.
like a boom bang
Yep.
or something else.
My centerboard.
And the same thing, you can do the same thing with your new main halyard winch.
Mhm.
Put a rope clutch here.
Yep.
And then once the sail is hoisted up, engage the rope clutch, and then you could free this one
Right.
up for a boom bang on this side.
Great. And then
And these will be for your generals.
right. And do I need clutches on both sides?
Yeah, a single clutch
help?
on both sides.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, if you if you put a deck block alongside of the mast, you can bring the halyard right down into,
Yeah.
say, yes, bring it down to someplace like here.
Yep.
With a, the little, where this
Or
deck
the
is
diagonal
at
there.
too,
Yep.
like this, and you would have one little shiv here, one little shiv here, and you would bring the deck, the Genoa halyard here,
Yep.
and lead it right back to your winch,
Okay.
and you could lead the other one here through this one,
Yep.
and bring it back to the winch as well. You may want to have that. You can get a bank
Yep.
of
Right.
sheet stoppers,
Yes.
2 or 3.
Yep.
I would recommend a double. But once you see the price of them, you're going to want to buy maybe just a double. Put this through it,
Yep.
and put your Genoa sheet through it.
Yep.
And then when you mount it, you want to mount it with a backing plate, with
Yeah.
an aluminum backing plate on it, because it'll have 4 bolts that'll go through.
Okay.
2 bolts if it's only a single one, 4 if it's a double.
And so up here, I would need 2 of those blocks.
Yes.
One for each
Yep.
side. Okay.
One for each
A double
side.
on each side.
Yep.
Okay.
And I can
And then
show you those.
a double clutch.
Double clutch here, and only a single clutch there. I
Okay.
think is really all you would probably need.
Would it be? I mean, overkill to do a double? Just if I needed it someday.
You could do it, yeah. Sure.
Is that
Now,
extravagant?
Then what else you have to think about too is you're not going to use the rope clutches all the time, and you want to have a backups on it too. So you may want to think about a cleat somewhere in here. Over here, the same thing, because if you have a reef in your sail,
Yep.
you can still use the rope clutch, but it's also good to have a backup of a solid cleat. Sometimes you can mount the cleats,
Okay.
vertically here, or
Just a normal horn cleat.
yeah. When you mount cleats, when you've got your line coming, say here, if you're going to be going through a rope clutch, and the Genoa halyard. The Genoa halyard is this centerboard is going to be led something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The Genoa halyard is going to be led something like this through the rope clutch. So
Okay.
there would be one line coming through here. That's a pretty fair lead. Through the rope clutch. You won't be able to, it doesn't matter if it's a couple of degrees off.
Yep.
You have to accommodate the line, and the rope clutch doesn't care what it's doing. But the most pressure is going to be on your jib, and you're going to use that the second most probably with the centerboard. You're going to be using this one a whole lot more. So that would be your rope clutch there, and it would lead something like that.
Okay.
And then your Genoa would be coming from up forward there, and it would have a lead something like that
Okay.
back to this way.
Okay.
So that would be a good rope clutch. And then you could just, if you wanted to keep the say the centerboard, you could also come right out of the rope clutch and put it on the cleat, as a backup.
Right.
Or the same thing with the Genoa. The Genoa could come off, right to this cleat as well.
Yeah.
So how cleats are normally wanting to be oriented is, say this is your Genoa halyard here. When you put a cleat on, you want the cleat mounted like 15 degrees different
Okay.
than that. So if it was coming off of there, you would mount it in an orientation like that,
Yep.
so that you could put it over, around,
Gotcha.
and it doesn't foul.
Gotcha.
So it's about 15 degrees off the lead of the line.
All right. So our original question was, how long does do those halyards need to be? So you think a safe length would be double plus 10?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what size of Dyneema, I guess?
Yeah. If you're gonna use Dyneema, I'll show you the stuff that you want to use. I wouldn't use bare Dyneema.
Okay.
I would use what's called Endurabraid from New England Ropes.
Okay.
And what that is, it looks exactly like that. It's got a polyester cover on it, braided cover on it like that with a Dyneema core.
Okay.
Strong.
Yep.
Strong,
Okay.
strong.
How thick is it? What's What size should I get?
3/8 right there. You wouldn't need any more than 3/8.
3/8. Okay.
3/8 is good for like 10,000 pounds.
Okay, and that's for both halyards. Have you seen these zero friction rings? You ever use
Yes.
those?
Yes, they're good. We use a few of them. Not as much. They're mainly built to save weight and the cost of a block.
So I was thinking about you could use one of those instead of the blocks up there, unless it's not a good idea.
You could, but I think if you're going to be single-handing,
Yeah.
though there's zero friction, they do have more friction than a block that turns on
gotcha.
an angle. And if you're sitting right here, you don't want any more stress on that because you're already bending around the top of the mast.
Yeah.
You have a little bit of friction where it comes through the mast and a little bit of friction here. I think you'd want to have a block on there.
Okay.
I think they take the load better,
Okay.
distribute the load better. And because even with a friction ring, you have to have some sort of pad eye on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to have a pad eye on the deck, you might as well put the, buy the stand-up type of block that's already got the pad eye built into it.
Okay. But it's also, I mean, how far is it going? So it's an A-frame.
Yeah.
So it's just going from the coaming up to the end of the boom,
the
and then
only
where?
time you have to worry about it is when you're going downwind.
Oh, and you got to put things way out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I'm concerned about. Well, we can get a pretty good handle on it right here.
Okay.
Do you know approximately where the end of your boom is? Like right in here somewhere?
It's about here.
Okay. So if you put that there. And then consider this as being your point for the main sheet.
Yep.
That's at the end.
Okay.
Now walk forward. I'm gonna hold this here. Okay.
That's quite a ways, right? Okay.